Good evening everyone, we're here to review the opening night of the Betway Premier League of the PDC. I'm Phil, I'm joined by Ben.
Hello.
How's it all going? I say, can't talk about the Premier League without talking about the Masters happening so soon. Obviously, 2017 has started exactly the same way as 2016 finished, with Gary Anderson, MVG in the final, and MVG winning.
Yeah, so it's going to go for a while, I think.
Yeah, they're by far the best two players
Definitely
on Planet Darts at the moment. At one point, Gary Anderson was averaging nearly 109 and getting smashed on Sunday, which is...
Van Gogh playing bad, average 106, and it makes it look to play bad. But 10 years ago, that was phenomenal. Never heard of.
Yeah, exactly. The bar has just been raised.
Definitely.
It's so high now, it's unreal.
It is stupid, it's like unbelievable darts now. You didn't think it was possible. How can you get better from what it is now?
I know, I say, going back to like the Worlds as well, Barney losing a semi-final with only winning 2 sets. It's ridiculous.
I know averages get dragged up by your opponent, but still, you've got to be scoring heavy to get 109 average.
Agreed. I say, moving on to the Premier League, it's the second or third biggest major in the PDC, depending on...
Well, the players see it as a second, don't they? Because it's the hardest one to win.
But where it's invite only, is it a major? That's a separate debate.
It's not invite though, is it? Because you have to qualify the top 4?
Top 4 qualify automatically.
Yeah, so to a degree the rest of it's invite, but you kind of realise if you're top 10 you've got an awesome chance
of agreed. But it's a phenomenal tournament. Prize money, it is the second biggest.
Yes.
And surprisingly enough, on opening night, Michael Van Gogh plays Gary Anderson again.
Yes.
And I say, it's the pick of the week's games.
Well, the only shock is it's not the last game on.
No, well, if they do that for TV though, because it's the last game, the best game, they always have second to last game.
But if that is an absolute storming game, the crowds are sort of like on a down, aren't they, for the next game, which is only downside, I guess. But everyone wants to see MVG and Michael MVG and Gary Anderson, and they've got it first game. Agreed.
I'd say over the shorter format, it could be closer. I think
it's going to be down to Gary Anderson's finishing. If Gary Anderson can stay in it finishing wise, because he'll score as well as MVG, but MVG he'll take out a big finish, and it'll be a close game. But I think Gary Anderson's starting to realise now that he can't beat MVG. I think a lot of players have had that for a while, but Gary Anderson lately has got to the stage now. I think he doesn't believe that unless MVG's off, he's not good enough to beat him when he's at his best.
No, agreed. It's a real tough one. I say over the longer format, I think it's tough to beat Van Gogh, as it's shown.
Yes,
but over this format, it's a race to 8 or 7 because you can get a draw in the Premier League. Over that format, I think Gary Anderson can beat him. I'm not saying he will, but I think he can.
I think over the short format, any player can beat anyone, given the start they have. If, like Van Gogh against Darren Webster a couple of months ago, 6-0 down, if you do that in the Premier League, you've got it. There's no way you're coming back from 6-0 down in the first 8.
No, agreed.
And that was against Darren Webster, so if he can do it, anyone can do it. So there is hope for players.
No, agreed. So how do we think it will go? Are we going for an MVG win, or do we think Anderson will nick something?
I think first game on, they're both going to want to set the bar high to start with. I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to come down to the odd finish, like maybe a big check out. Van Gogh's been showing off a lot lately, trying to lead 170, and he's been deliberately doing that. So maybe he does that and it doesn't go right, and Anderson nicks it. I think it's going to be 8-5 to MVG. I'm
going to go 8-6, so we both agree it's going to be close.
I think MVG will pull it out.
I say I think MVG just. But we'll start at the top now. We've got the Premier game out of the way.
Yeah.
First game on is Kim Hybrett's against James Wade.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Very tough.
It's just down to James Wade can't score as well as any of the other players in it. His scoring is not as heavy, but his finishing is probably better than the rest.
It all comes. Wade for me. Wade is the best finisher in the top 10 by an absolute mile.
Yeah, from 60 to 120, he'll take out probably 7 out of 10. But then if his scoring is on there, he won't have to. Hopefully, right. But Kim's hot and cold in it. He's probably lucky to be in there. He had started coming to some good form, and if he gets ahead, he's very hard to catch up. If he falls behind, I think Wade will have him. But this could be a draw. It's got to draw it now.
It could be. I say for me, Wade's very hard to break.
Yes.
So I think the match will be decided on the Hybrett's throw. Personally,
if
Hybrett's can hold throw, agree, it's got draw written all over it.
If Hybrett's plays his game and doesn't get into trying to jump around and be the character.
But I like that.
I know it's good, but that's the sort of thing that can put a player off, like himself off. And in the past, I think he's got the same when Paul Nicholson tried it. He did himself out of it because he was trying to be too much of a character and his dart stuff it. As long as Hybrett's doesn't do that, then he'll be fine.
I was going to say, I'm friends with both players to be fair.
It's a nice game for both of them really. They're both going to fancy their chances.
I was going to say, what are you going to go for?
I can't pick him. It's got to be a draw.
A draw? Oh, it's a tough one. I'm going to go Wadey to nick it. Just 8-6 again. I'm going to go for close game. I'm going to go Wadey to nick it on his finishing.
Yeah, it could come down to but then it could go away if he misses. because his finishing can be as bad as it's good sometimes.
Yeah.
He gets too expectant on double 10 at tops. Sometimes if you go inside the 10s, it's anyone's game. But yeah.
Second game on, we've got Raymond van Barneveld against Adrian Lewis. Now, for me, this game is an absolute minefield.
Yes, I agree. It could be disaster, or it could be amazing. Both of them have the ability to make the game look amazingly easy, or to make it look hard and look like they're struggling.
I was going to say, going back to the Masters this weekend, Adrian was brilliant one game, and then in the semi-final he just didn't turn up.
That's how he's always been, isn't it? He's a very erratic player. He can be the best player in the world 1 minute, and then the next minute it looks like he's never played dart before.
Yeah.
Same with Barney. If Barney goes behind, Barney seems to only get up for one tournament a year, and it's not this one. So if he can carry on playing like he can, could be a 180 best. They both of them hit 180s for fun, and they both got such nice throws. It'll be a good pace game. It'll be tight again. It should be tight again. Whether it's good or bad, I think it'll be tight.
I'd say I completely agree with you there, Ben. I think it'll be an absolute scoring feast.
Yeah.
Again, it'll come down to one or two missed doubles here and there. I'll kick us off this one. I'm going to go Barney to nick it.
Yeah, I think it'll be close early on, but I think Barney will get it probably 8-5 again.
8-5, yeah, no, I wouldn't disagree with you.
Maybe a double here and there goes the wrong way.
Yeah, I quite like that 8-5 with you. I'm with you on that one. Then we've got Phil Taylor against Dave Chisnell. Now, I think this is quite an easy one to predict, I have to say.
Go on.
I'm going for a Taylor win.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Chisnell thinks he can beat Taylor. Chisnell was one player to me that still looks like he's playing Taylor's reputation rather than the actual player that he is now.
Yeah, I was going to say, when Chisnell's carefree, shall we say, he makes it look easy, but under pressure, for me, his action doesn't hold up.
Oh yeah, if you put any pressure on that action, it's snatch city. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Whereas Taylor now is going to have more confidence as he's changed his darts again. He's obviously confident with them to be using them. Whether that's just the thing to sell more darts at the start of the year, like he does most years. But at the same time, they're almost identical to the Rossos he was using when he was at his best.
I was about to say that. I'd say when you look at him, like most darts fans have, they're pretty much identical to his Unicorn Rosso dart, which I don't know why he didn't do that when he first went.
Last week with Masters, he should have beat Gary Anderson. He was in front. Normally, he'd bossed that and he just got over the line and just didn't have to throw him. But I think against Chisnell, he thinks he's got the edge, and I think Chisnell's probably scared of it still.
No, I agree. I think Taylor will win quite comfortably, if I'm being honest. I'm going to go 8-3.
I think I still 8-3, 8-4, something like that.
Yeah. I'll say Taylor off to a flyer.
Yeah.
Now, from there, obviously, we've already spoken about MVG, Gary Anderson. It'll be a score fest, and what will be will be. Last game on is a very interesting one for me. PRI against Yellow Klassen.
Yes, definitely. I was thinking the same. Wright is settled on a set of barrels at last, but he's still tinkering with his stems in his fights quite often. Klassen's action I don't know how it works. It's all over his body, but if it goes well, it's amazing. This could be a 180 fest, but then last week Wright was really struggling. Like the first couple of legs, he was over 44 or something after 3 legs. But Wright is probably the most improved player over the last 3 years, and last game on, he'll be up for it. I think another close game. I think all the games this week, I think whether it's done on purpose or not, have been matched to give close games and get the value for money for the crowd. It's a tough one to pick really, but Klassen's got scars from the Premier League. He's been there before and it's set him back a couple of years last time he was in it.
He has, but I think he's a more mature player now, and I think he's a completely different player from when we last saw.
Yeah, well, there's hope that he's learned from it, because the players at the Premier League has ruined some players like Wes Newton and Mark Webster.
Yeah.
People that haven't come, Steve Bunting to a degree, they haven't come back from it. They've been in there, they just haven't come back from it. But I think Yellow Klassen has gone downhill and he's come back up and he's playing well again. So it could go either way again, but I think Wright's the better player and his quality will come through. I
think Wright's the more consistent, and I don't think anyone would argue with that consistency. Yeah. Wright is more, but Yellow's one of those players that if he goes through the gears and hits that top gear, like when he beat Taylor in the Worlds 18 months ago,
it's down to his finishing.
He's almost unplayable, like Van Gogh is.
All the Dutch players, their scoring is immense, and the speed he throws at, you kind of, by the time you walk back to throw your darts and get yourself set, you're up again, and it's hard to settle. As long as Wright doesn't get caught up in the pace, I still think Wright's too good. I think Wright is too good, and I think Klassen's doubling will let him down under pressure. I think that, I'm going to sit on the fence on this, I think that it will be a draw. I think neither player will want to disappoint on opening night. And again, there'll be nerves being opening night, so I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to go 7-all. I think this game could be affected by the one that goes before it. I think if the one before it is an absolutely immense game, the game that comes on after it kind of has to live up to something. And I think if it is an amazing game, I don't think it will. I think it's going to be tight, but I think Wright's going to win it 8-6. Nice. As I say, you've heard what we've said, guys. What we're going to do, we're going to put a little table in the corner now so you can see it with our predictions.
and we're going to keep a running score. We're going to do this every week. We're going to review it and see how we got on. I was going to say, please drop your scores in the comments, guys, and we'll see how we get on. I'm really looking forward to the Premier League, I have to say.
I think this will be the closest one for years.
I say it's a bit of a party atmosphere.
I think the top four. I think Van Gogh will run away with the league, but I think the top four is you couldn't. It's probably any of them really. Any of them, they're on form, aren't they? So they could all get in there.
I like the fact now from last year there's an incentive as a bonus for topping the league as well.
Yeah.
Now because it gives players an incentive to top the league. It's an extra 10 grand I think it is, which is a lot of money.
Yeah, it is a lot of money. Maybe not to some of the players, but it's. I think a lot of players at that standard don't play for the money. They play for the pride of being top of the league is another bragging right, isn't it? And that's what they like. Again,
question now. We'll review this on Judgment Night. Call it now. Who gets relegated on Judgment Night now before a dart's thrown?
I think Chisnell and Klassen.
Brave. I'm going to throw it out there, and this will be controversial. I'm going Chisnell, and I'm going AD Lewis. Lewis's Premier League record is horrendous if you look back through it.
Anything group stage, look at his Grand Slam record, it's terrible.
He just doesn't produce, especially his Premier League. I think he's only made 3 finals nights. So I'm going to throw it out there, Adrian Lewis and Dave Chisnell.
Maybe. I also think Hybrex is going to be in the mix. I think it's going to be tight. I think Chisnell's gone. I know he's a quality player, but I think his track record and under pressure, his throw's not going to hold up. I just think he's gone. And then it's one of the other 3. I think it'll be Hybrex, Klassen or Lewis. I just remember last time Hybrex played in the Premier League, he was slightly unlucky. He lost some close games. It could come down to leg difference.
Really, really well. He seemed to enjoy that atmosphere that the Premier League produces. So yeah, I'm going to go that one. Yeah, I might get it drastically wrong, but
I think it comes down to legs difference as well. So they need to play as well as they can against the Van Goghens and Andersons because they're the games that you could end up going 8-0 down without thinking you've done anything wrong.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They're so good though, the top players.
Well, I was going to say, as we say, Thursday night it all kicks off, guys. We'll see how we get on. Thanks for joining us. We'll leave our Twitter handles here and here so you can follow us on Twitter. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, it would be amazing, guys. Any comments, please leave them and we'll happily answer them. And we'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, thank you.